Ferguson, Missouri is trying to return to normal, but as it does, it's finding itself still at the center of a debate about the evolving nature of police forces across the country. As you'll likely recall, protests in that city were met with armored vehicles and assault weapons. And it's left many wondering, are our law enforcement agencies becoming more like the military? NBC's Ron Allen has that story for us tonight.
The tribute to Michael Brown, where he was shot and killed, draws more visitors as peace takes a firmer hold here.
Hands up, don't shoot!
Few arrests and small crowds overnight again. It was confrontations like this last week, heavily armed police battling protesters, that led President Obama to question whether local police across the country really need and are trained well enough to use billions of dollars worth of military-style equipment acquired through several federal programs.
There is a big difference between our military and our local law enforcement, and we don't want those lines blurred.
In Ferguson, St. Louis County tactical officers used a Bearcat armored vehicle, able to withstand the impact from a .50 caliber machine gun, and were seen pointing in the direction of protesters a precision rifle with a range of 500 to 800 yards. Do you think the police went too far?
I think some of the show of force is now becoming a problem instead of a solution.
Nationally, police significantly increased their arsenals after the September 11th attacks as the front line in the war on terror. Now, some 600 mine-resistant vehicles are in use, along with Humvees, machine guns, camouflage gear, helicopters, and planes. And with gun violence like school shootings so frequent, police say they need the additional weaponry.
Policing has changed. There's 300 million guns in circulation, and there's tens of millions of assault rifles that easily penetrate the police vests and equipment. So they need it, but they have to use it in the appropriate context.
Did you know they had this kind of firepower?
No, not at all.
In Ferguson, local leaders say they're very concerned about how police use that arsenal going forward.
We have to define what is proper for a riot, what is proper for people who want to demonstrate. We have to define what is going to be accepted when there's an incident.
Police continue to emphasize that even during the worst of the violence, few protesters were injured. And they insist that through it all, no officer has fired a single potentially lethal bullet, even when they've been shot at from the crowd.